Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl CC, Constance Carter. Where you at today? I wanted to go live to you. I wanted to go live and talk to you a little bit about just whatever you wanted to talk about. I'm in a whole new different place. I'm at the office. And my team said, you know what, Constance? You know, we really need to look at answering some questions. Some people might have some questions that they need answered. People may need some coaching. People may need some advice. All of those things. So I wanted to come on live, just to kind of talk to you to see if there was anything, any pressing issues that you have that you wanted to, that you had questions about. We can talk about your credit. We can talk about your business. We can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Here's the thing. There is no dumb question. You may have a question that somebody else may be afraid to ask. And so you asking that question might be the benefit to somebody else. So I just came on here just to talk to you. If you have any questions, let's talk about it. Do you want to talk about your credit? Let's talk about what it takes to start a business. You know, I am the enterpriser of many businesses. I am a serial entrepreneur. I don't know if you know, you may or may not know, but here as of recently, we just opened up the co-op spot in Sacramento, and I'm super excited about it, you guys. One of the things that was very important for me when we did the co-op spot is to make a place where it was truly collaborative, that people truly felt inspired, that they felt the synergy, and they felt the love that we put into it. Because one of the things I know is about businesses, specifically with minority businesses, a lot of times we'll have a great idea, and a lot of times we'll try to cut corners and not put true quality in it. And one of the things that makes me really proud when I go to Sacramento and I go to the co-op spot is to see the level of quality and care that we put into that place. We put a lot of money into it, but it's by design. And so I wanted to show a different look. When you go into a black-owned business, I want it to be top quality. And anytime you come into any of our businesses, whether it's Catalyst, whether it's Capital City Catalyst, whether it's the co-op spot, anything that we have, I want to make sure that you're coming in and that you see in top-level quality, that you see in the cream of the crop whenever you come into anything that we do. But it's not about me today. It's about you. Do you guys have any questions? Have you ever wanted to start a business? I want to know. Do you have questions about, how to start on, your credit? Do you have any questions about having different revenue streams? One of the things that's important for me is, and I always tell my agents this, is that you have to have multiple revenue streams in any kind of market, because what happens when something like this happens? We're in a place right now where businesses have been shut down, people are hungry, people are hurting, and then so what happens? What happens when people are hungry and they're hurting? A lot of people, they can lose their lives. They can lose everything that they have by just being off of work for a week or for a month. You have that reserve right there in place in the event that something happens. And so having those multiple revenue streams is so important. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing that I'm super excited about. I sat down and I wrote a book. I wrote another book for you. It is an ebook. And it's really designed to help you. And it's called 7 Online Revenue Streams to Fund Your $1 Million Dreams. You know why I said 7 online revenue streams? Because the Bible says that you should have 7 revenue streams. And so it's so important that you have 7 revenue streams. And so I'm trying to help people to figure out how they can have 7 different revenue streams that are coming in at the same time. All of them may not be $1 million. Like I have revenue streams. I have books. That is revenue streams. It's not making me millions of dollars, but it's making me money. I have a t-shirt line, conversationtees.com. If you look behind me, and I don't know if it's the right way, but it says love God, hustle hard, live good. That's one of the things that's a conversation tee. That's what I have on t-shirts. I sell those. So that's another revenue stream. I have another, in my office, you can't see it, but there's another quote, a lot of Constance Carter quotes. Grow your money, don't blow your money. Work harder, run faster, jump higher, push further. Excellence in action. That's another revenue stream for me. What's another revenue stream? The co-op spot. That's another revenue stream for me. Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. That's another revenue stream for me. I'm a motivational speaker. I go across the country and I speak to people, inspiring them. That's another revenue stream for me. What are some things that you can do online from your home so that if something were to happen, you got shut in, you can't do anything else? What are some things that you could do? The beautiful thing about Google University is you can figure out whatever it is you need to figure out. But this book that I got coming out, this ebook is already done, it's already ready, and it's going to be on my website, constancecarter.com. When is it going to be on my website, India?
It's going to be on there tomorrow.
It's going to be on there tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dreams. Okay? So I'm telling you guys how to do it. But let's see. I got some questions on here. Tara said, is there a website that has a comprehensive list of down payment assistance programs for California homebuyers? Oh my gosh. Absolutely, Tara. Guess what it is? It's catalystrealestate.com/DPA. On our website, on catalystrealestate.com/DPA, every down payment assistance in the state of California is listed on our website. Boom. Gwen said, I want to build my motivational speaking business. I think that's fantastic. Gwen, you first start out by just talking to people on Facebook, talking to, let me tell you how I practice my motivational speaking. The first way I started practicing my motivational speaking was with my daughter, Kyle, believe it or not. My daughter, she was bullied, I think when she was about 13, 14 years old, and she used to come in my room every night. And actually, this is how we got closer, but it was a genuine friendship that we built, and just pouring into her. And then the second way is, just doing the same thing with my agents, pouring into my agents. And then, coming on live, and then just sharing my story. The biggest thing about speaking to people and inspiring people, Gwen, is really just speaking from your heart and speaking from your own truth. And I'm as transparent as they come. I'm so transparent that, like, my team gets, they get a little nervous because, I be talking about whooping kids. Now, I really don't whoop my kids. I really don't. Like, them big old boys. I be like, don't nobody want to whoop y'all. And they get a little nervous because I put stuff out there. I'm very personal and very transparent. But I think it's also important for people to see you as being a human being. And so just sharing who you are, sharing your truth. I share my stories. I share my struggles. And people see, like, the realness in the things that I've gone through. People know that I've filed bankruptcy, and that's a real story. That's really where I've been. People see that I tell them that I've had to choose. I have to make a decision on whether I was going to pay my mortgage or pay my my office lease. And because I feel like I'm a sure thing, Constance Carter, I'm a sure thing. I bet on myself. However, I had to go through some bumps and bruises. And one of the things that somebody on my team just shared with me is they said, a lot of people, they know your glory, but they don't know your story. And I thought I was pretty good at sharing my story, but what they don't see, because a lot of times people will say, Constance, I want to be a real estate agent. Constance, I want to do this, I want to do that. But what they haven't seen is those dark nights, those sleepless nights, how tough it's been, me staying up all night, being worried if a deal was going to close, being worried, trying to help somebody, all of those things. Like, it's a lot of pain before you get to the game. And a lot of people don't want to go through the painful pieces, the painful parts, but I'm here to tell you those things make it all the more worth it. And my agents, they're going through it right now, and I try to be more hands off. So I'm watching everything that they're going through, but I don't hold their hand. I teach them to fish because I want them to be the best of the best. But when you're coming in, because it looks so great, you see me out here. You think I'm living my best life, but you don't understand or know what a person has been through in order to make it over here. You don't know that I've had to lose 5 deals to get 1 deal going through. You don't know that I spent a lot of time working on a client only for them to back out and decide, you know what, I really don't want to buy a house right now, with no explanation. And you've waited. Like, there was one time I remember I cried, and I was pregnant with one of my kids, and I worked so hard. I had one deal, and we were struggling. And this client just decided that they just didn't want to buy a house anymore. And I was just like, oh. No, that wasn't the one time I cried, because I did cry when me and Glenda, I told you about the tear falling down my eye when we didn't close that other time. But that one really hurt because I had put everything into this deal. And they just decided nonchalantly that they didn't want to move forward for no reason, that they just didn't want to do it. And it really crushed me. And I had to second guess on, is this something that I really, really want to do? Like, is this something that I really want to be in? Maybe I should go back and get a 9-to-5, because at least I know that that's going to be more secure. And you have your doubts, you have you have the times when you don't feel like you question if this is what you're supposed to be doing. God, is this what you want me to do? And when you know that God has told you to do something, when you know that this is what your calling is, but sometimes you question yourself, and God be like, hey, the goal is right there. It's right there. You're almost there, but it don't seem like it, especially when everything is not going your way. Especially when you don't got no money coming in, when you have to make arrangements, when you have to go and ask somebody to pay for your utility bill, when you have to maybe possibly even get an EBT card just to buy some food, when you go to the fair and you can't pay for your kids to have to get a day pass on the rides. Like, it's not fun, and it's not as glamorous as people think. But if you keep pushing and you know that it's your God-given gift, and you know this is what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to see a reward on the other side. But it ain't pretty on the way. So anyway, this is not about me. This is about Constance. This is not about Constance. It's about you. So I'm here to ask you. I want you to ask me questions on things that you want. Again, Gwen said, oh my God, the doubts. I wondered as well. I was right there today. And so that's the reason why I'm here, Gwen. God has me on here live for a reason. And that's to let you know to keep going, because you have a story to give to somebody else. And understand this, like, my people may not necessarily be your people. You have your own lane. Like, right? So what God has for you is absolutely for you. And so don't ever, number one, comparison is the root of all evil. Don't ever compare yourself with anybody, because you can only be the best version of yourself. And if you understand and know who you are, and you know that you have a story, and you have a gift, and you have something to bring to somebody, go for it. Don't worry about what nobody else has to say. Or don't worry about what nobody else is doing, and don't worry about what anybody else's lane is. Only worry about yours. And so if this is what God has placed on your heart, and you know this is what was meant for you, girl, do it. Do the damn thing. Felicia said, I've been there. Where you been, Felicia? Where have you been? But understand, if you persevere, again, one of my favorite Bible verses is, don't be weary in well-doing, for in due season you will reap your harvest. So you got to keep sowing, and you got to keep sowing. You got to keep sowing, and at some point you're going to reap. It is a biblical principle. It is a principle. It is a universal principle. If you keep putting in and putting in, you're going to get whatever it is that you put in. If you faint not. Don't forget that part. If you faint not. So you might put in, and then you give up, and then you turn around and go the other way. But if you faint not, if you keep going, you're going to get your reward. And so me selling houses, me taking those people out, putting them in my car. My car may not always been the best car. I had a Ford Windstar minivan. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it broke down while I had clients in the car. Okay? Me being that person, not with the best clothes or the best shoes or looking the part, but still persevering anyway. Anyway, today I have my own business. I'm sitting here at Catalyst Real Estate Professionals in Stockton. Got another building, another business in Sacramento, the co-op spot, Capital City Catalyst. Got all of these other enterprises. And this is not to brag, but this is I'm here to tell you that if you faint not, you will get to the other side. Investor in a cannabis dispensary that yields me a return. I don't even got to work. I just wake up and the money's in the bank. Like, how great is that? But that's if you faint not. And that's from me just selling a house to this person. This is me wanting to help somebody. This is me wanting to help somebody else. It's me wanting to help somebody else. I'm telling you, if you keep pushing and you keep going, you are going to get to wherever your goal is if you faint not. I want you to put that in the comments box. If you faint not. If you faint not. Okay? So make sure that whatever it is that you're doing and you know it's your God-given gift, don't faint. Keep going. It's going to work. Plachette said, that's right. Don't compare yourself to others because you have not walked in their shoes. And you know what, Plachette? They do not want to walk in your shoes. Your size 9 may not fit my size 9s. My size 10s may not fit your size 8s. Like, we all have different journeys. And that's the beautiful thing about, life and God is that, he allows us to go through the different things. And this is what I tell my kids all the time. And my daughter used to always be like, but why is mine so hurtful? Why is like everything? But I'm like, because God has something greater for you later. Like, even though right now you might not be where you want to be, you have to endure that. You have to endure the tough things now, because at that other level, when you're computing at a higher level, when you're doing more things, then you need to be fit and in shape to be able to deal with them. So, when my building shut down and I lost $89,000 within 2 months of moving into my building, and all of Stockton's talking, everybody's talking, it's on the news, everybody, some people even laughed at us. They laughed at us. Like, yeah, they thought that they were moving over there, and guess what? They building shut down. She lost a bunch of money. My agents were displaced. We lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, real talk. Homeless for 6 months. And had I not gone through the things that I had gone through earlier in my life, I would have probably given up. Had I not gone through the things that I had been on earlier in my life, I probably would have said, you know what, maybe this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. But God had prepared me for that before it even happened. And so understand, everything that you're going through right now is for a purpose, and that purpose is for a greater call in your life. But you got to be willing to go through those bumps and bruises in order to get there. So anyway, it's not about me. This is about you. If you faint not, yes. So ask Constance. Listen, again, I have the new ebook coming out that I sat down and wrote, and because I was thinking about the coronavirus, and I was thinking about people being paralyzed by fear, and I was thinking about how this is just really can just stop somebody's livelihood completely. And one of the biggest things that I always say is you should always have multiple revenue streams. The Bible says you should have 7. Ecclesiastes 12 and 2. Ecclesiastes 12 and 2 says you should have 8 revenue streams. So that you should be investing in different things. You should be getting a return from several things. So for me, I got books. I got 4 books. I got an online training program, My Wealth Roadmap. Check it out if you want to build your credit. Check out the My Wealth Roadmap. I have Keeping Score. I have The Secret to Breaking the Broke Code. That tells you how to get out of being broke. I've been broke and I've been broken, and my mentality has been so messed up to where I had to file bankruptcy and had a 379 credit score. Anything that you could think of, I've been through it. Sleeping in my car, being homeless, I've been through it. Having to foreclose on properties, I've been through it. Having to short sale properties, I've been through it. Having to have my car repossessed. Guess what? I've been through it. Okay? So don't think that there's anything that you can go through outside of dying, or maybe going to prison, that you can't overcome. I mean, outside of dying, really. I mean, if you go to prison and come out, and change your life, that's cool. But I'm saying there's nothing that you can't overcome. There's nothing that you're going through today that you can't overcome and go and overcome and face tomorrow. So I have a WOW retreat coming up, and really the WOW retreat, and that's going to be in August. We had to cancel the one in Costa Rica due to everything that's going on with COVID. But we have a weekend of wealth retreat, and that's where Susie Carter and I don't know if you know Susie Carter, but Susie Carter is dope as hell. She's one of my personal coaches. She has coached Steve Harvey. She has coached Lisa Nichols. She has coached Paul Mitchell. We're getting together for a weekend to give you all the secrets to creating your wealth, to creating your business, to creating your wealth, to creating your investments. So if you are interested, go to weekendtowealth.com. Again, that's another revenue stream for me, but we're going to show you how to create another revenue stream and to really get your footing on how to create a revenue stream. Because a lot of times people will have an idea of what they want to do, but they really don't know how to do it. I got an idea. There's some things that I want to do, but what is it? How do I get started? So we talk about it at the Weekend of Wealth Retreat, but we really help you get kick-started. Susie has helped me to take my business from a 6-figure business to a 7-figure business, and working with me to up-level my business to an 8-figure business. And so if you really, really, really want to know how to play on a whole different level, this is not for the faint at heart. This is not for people who, just trying to playing around. This is for the people who are really, really serious on taking their lives and their business to the next level. Sign up for the retreat. We will work with you on the payment plan. You can start out $500 and $500 a month, and we can get you in there. But we're going to be in a mansion in Napa, in the wine country, and you are going to be pampered, but most of all, you are going to be inspired, and you're going to have the tools that you need in order to create the life of your dreams. So if you're interested, that's going to be in August, and you got to go to weekendtowealth.com. Also, the We Summit, just so you know, the We Summit has not been canceled. It's been postponed. A delay is not a denial. So I've talked to Ray J. I've talked to all of these beautiful and great leaders, and guess what? They are still on board, and they are still super excited about coming and bringing their wealth of knowledge to you guys. I think we have maybe 2 spots left on the Shark Tank, for the Shark Tank as well. So if you're interested in, if you have an idea and you need a mentor, if you need coaching, if you need training, if you just need some feedback, come to the We Summit. Come to the We Summit, and you will be inspired. Right now, we have it tentatively scheduled for 6/6. If everything clears up and we can go at 6/6, June the 6th, 2020, we want you to be in the house. So make sure that you're still on board and that you're still going to be there. Tara said, or actually Felicia said she'd been there, repo of cars, evicted and homeless, been there too. Yes, baby girl. And you know what? The reason why you could say it right today and be proud and that you've gone through it is because you're able to stand on your story, and you're not looking at being still in your story. And what that means is you're able to take that and use that as leverage to get you to the next level. And I'm proud of you for being able to say it. Tara said, do you have any recommendations for people or businesses that create social media ads? Yours are amazing. My social media ads. Yeah, see, I do them all myself. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I have a team. You want to come over here and show your... No, she don't want you. You want it? No. Oh, okay.
I'm going this way.
Oh, no, she said no, she doesn't want to come on here. I actually have a team. I have a super dope amazing, amazing team. But again, you have to be willing. I got folks, y'all. Yeah, I got folks with skill sets, but you got to be willing to invest in yourself.
We're silent investors.
They're silent investors. You got to be willing to invest. So, if you want some stuff that's like really, really top level, then you got to pay people to do it. But you can go to places like Fiverr, Fiverr. You can go to places like Fiverr. I still go to Fiverr for some things, and you can get some amazing work done for really, really super cheap. So Fiverr used to be $5 to get like graphic designs and all this stuff. Now that $5 is now $50, but you could still get some amazing deals. That $5 that was feeding them Indians. Them Indians was like, they was used to making $5 a year. So them getting $5 to do your flyer is amazing, huh? But now today, they're charging a good amount of money, but it's still relatively cheap compared to having somebody do it for you. So thank you for saying that. I'm sure my team, they appreciate you saying that my stuff is pretty amazing. But anyway, this is about you guys. Listen, I'm here to ask you guys questions. Katrina says she's working with Fiverr right now on her book. See, they do everything. Actually, I've used Fiverr for like my book designs in the past. I've used them for several flyers. I use them for voiceovers. I've used them for videos, like a whole bunch of things. So Fiverr is like really amazing. Upwork is another place where you can go and get some freelance work done. Like if you need somebody to ghostwrite, if you need somebody to edit some things, Upwork is also a great site as well. So anyway, again, this is about you, or else I'm gonna wrap it up. So ask Constance if you have any credit questions. Tara, thank you for participating. Plachette, thank you guys. I don't even know who's on live. Patricia, his plan is greater. Yes, yes, yes. Demetra says Upwork is a great one as well. See, it's not just me. Ade said I love it. Thank you guys for joining me. I don't know who's on. Y'all, who's on with me? If you on, just chime in. I wanna shout you out before I get off of here. And if you have any questions, I want to do this pretty often. So I used to do Ask Constance, where I would do Q&As about credit and things like that. I can still do that. Whatever it is that you want to talk about. I'm an enterprising woman, so I have a lot of different business ventures going on, and I barely have time to sleep. But what's important for me is to make sure that you have that proper balance, and balance is not always attainable when you're an entrepreneur. My friend Lisa Nichols, she said balance is a myth, but harmony is a must. So making sure that your household is in sync, making sure that you're taking care of your family, you're taking care of your children, that you're balancing yourself, you're exercising, that you're meditating, that you're praying, that you're doing all those things to keep your mind focused, because it's so easy to get off track. It's so easy to get drained in a spiral of depression and anxiety if you're not careful. Just being busy. So just make sure that you take out time for yourself. Make sure that you are every day before your feet hit the ground, you are thanking God for another day, that you are, being grateful just to have breath in your body, and that you just take time just to be silent and be still and don't do nothing. And just speak life into yourself. Make sure you're doing your affirmations every single day. Make sure that you are speaking the things into existence that aren't there, but that that are already going to be there in the future. Make sure you're doing all those things, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to make things happen. All right, Karen Blutcher said hello from Port City, St. Lucia, Florida. Hey, Kat. Hey, Kay Cerie. What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for chiming in, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but I did want to make sure that you guys had all the questions answered. If you want to start a business, if you have any questions on business, listen, I have a multi-million-dollar business. And I'm the most down-to-earthest person that you would ever meet. Maybe a little bit too much, because my team, they say I'm a little rough around the edges, but I just like being who I am anyway. But I just want to make sure that you have access to whatever it is that you need, so that you can be great. And that's my whole goal. And that's the reason why I do what I do, and that's the reason why I'm here today. So if you need help building your business, if you need help building your personal brand or anything like that, if you have questions, hit me, inbox me, and we'll do another Ask Constance. When we going to do this again, y'all?
Next week.
We're going to do this again. What is this, Wednesday, Thursday? What day is this?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We're going to do it Wednesday?
Maybe. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. They making me do this, y'all. Stay tuned. They got me out here. Ade said, I love your Ask Constance live interacting and engaging. Thank you, Ade. You are so sweet. Ade, can we tell him yet? Ade, can we tell him? Can we tell him? Because I'm so excited about working with you on what you have going on. Can we tell him? Can we tell him? Can we tell him? Ade, give me permission. Give me permission to tell him, Ade. I've been waiting to tell them this big news that's getting ready to happen in a couple of months. Ade. Ade. All right. Before anybody drop off, Ade, if you decide I can tell these people. Okay, I can't tell you guys till next week. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. You guys have no idea. Let me tell you something about manifestation. So what you're going to hear about next week, this is all manifestation. It's all about putting something out in the universe, and it's all about how God will drop it in your lap when you least expect it. But you have to be sure that you speak into your own life. You got to be sure that you set affirmations and you say these things. It's something that I said daily, and it's something that's coming into fruition, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm working with Ade on it. So anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Asha, what's up? Ade said next week. Oh my God, I can't wait to announce it. All right, you guys, take care and God bless. Ask Constance is going to be next week, so stay tuned. Peace. You got to fade out, girl. You got to fade out.